Hello, lovelies. It's really nice to be back with you again. Much belated. Anyway, my name is Joanna and I'm the designer behind Mojo Stitches, and this is my channel where I talk about stitchy things. So grab yourself a cuppa, grab your stitching, and yeah, it'd be really nice to hang out for a bit. First of all, my apologies for the lateness of this video. I had hoped to do this weeks and weeks and weeks ago, but sometimes my health just doesn't let me do the things I want to do. So thank you for your patience, those of you who are waiting to see some of the things I'm going to show. So thank you for your patience. I'm here. We will make the most of it. So yes, it's been busy time. Busy time. I went to the Daisy Chain Stitches Retreat in the Hunter Valley, put on by the lovely Teresa from Daisy Chain Stitchery. I will have more to talk about that later. That was wonderful. It's taken me a little while to recover, but it was wonderful as always. And hi to everybody who was there. It was such a pleasure to see you all and spend some time together. And I have my next retreat to look forward to. The Stitching in the Mountains summer retreat is coming up at the end of November. I will have a separate video put out today as well for the attendees with just some information they need and everything. But I believe we have 1 day spot left because somebody had to pull out. So if you would like to come, or you know someone who would like to come, please fill out the expressions of interest on my blog, and yeah, we'll get you there. I'm really excited about it. We've got some wonderful things planned. So all good. All the retreats, all the things. I think last time I did a video was just before Needlework Marketplace, and thank you so much for everybody who placed an order with their needlework store for one of my patterns. I know it's been a hard year, and I'm so very, very grateful. Really, it means a great deal to me. And thank you so much for everybody who's been sharing their stitching and their finishes either online or in person at the retreats or something. I cannot tell you how much that touches my heart. This can be a very solitary sort of job, which is why it suits me. But it's wonderful to sort of go and see, you know, everyone's beautiful work, and it really means a great deal and helps me keep going. So thank you. Yes, Marketplace is done. Thank you again to the shops. I got some new shops as well, which was wonderful. In terms of my Etsy store, I have PDFs up for the releases before Marketplace. So Charm of Hummingbirds, On a Low Branch, and Flutterby are up in PDF, and all the Marketplace releases will be up in PDF soon. Just in case you didn't know, and I apologize to my PDF stitchers, shops won't buy designs if they're available in PDF at the same time. So unfortunately, PDF stitchers have to wait. I've tried to explain to them they're not losing customers, they're different customers, but that's kind of how it works. So I really, really apologize for those of you who've been waiting. I hope it was worth the wait, and thank you for your patience. Yes, so the Marketplace releases will be up in PDF hopefully before the Stitching in the Mountains retreat. We'll see how we go. There's a lot of work to do, and I'm only one person. So we'll get there. Anyway, the most important thing I had to talk about today, well, one of the important things, was another retreat that happened just before Daisy Chain, the Toowoomba Spring Stitches Retreat, which was partially put on by Nicola from Number 12 Stitch Co. You all know and love her fabric. Yes, they asked me to, originally I was supposed to go, but, you know, plans changed, things happened. But I ended up doing one of the projects for the retreat, which I'm digging out to show you, which is an antique reproduction on some of Nicola's beautiful linen, French pear linen, called Simone's Basket, which was based on a beautiful little needlepoint that I got from France. Not that I was in France, but one can hope. And yes, Nicola asked me to do a little commemorative thing on the back as well. Now, this is called Simone's Basket, and that was for attendees of that retreat, but the pattern will be coming out next year because I think it's really sweet and I loved it. And it was really fun to stitch, and I've seen a couple of finishes so far, and yeah, it was really fun. So that was one of the retreat designs. And then I did also an exclusive kit for Nicola that was available through the retreat and is now available exclusively through her for a period of time. It's not something I normally do, but only for very special people. So yeah, so this is available through Nicola at number 12 Stitch Co on Etsy, and she is running a sale, and I believe there's a few days left in she's decided to very generously do this in support of breast cancer research, and I believe till the end of October she's donating part of her profits to breast cancer research. I donated a bunch of charts as well too, so the value of the charts went to their such a wonderful charity response as well. So, and I know she's had a really good response with that, and there's lots of people stitching that for yeah, for all sorts of reasons. So anyway, it is called, I have it here somewhere, I called it Dutch Rework Duo. Now, in putting this together, we're originally going to do a completely different antique reproduction that I found and Nicola really liked, and I was doing all the reproduction and everything. This is a peek behind the scenes, guys. Sometimes things just don't work out. I was doing this reproduction, we loved it, and there's this very unusual blue. And I thought this would be an easy one to do. There's only like 5 or 6 colours. Could not find anything like this blue. Tried everything. Couldn't find anything close. So the whole thing just fell apart because I couldn't get the blue right. So being resourceful, we went back to the drawing board, and I was showing Nicola some of the other reproductions I have, because this was sort of, you know, exclusive for her. You know, we wanted to have her input in it as well, and she picked this one that she really liked. Now, this comes from the Netherlands. There's a little name in here as well. A little Dutch name. It's got all sorts of quirky little things. There's little bunnies up here. The crown swan down there is amazing. I love the big skep, and I think that's a dove coat with little doves flying to it. The little people. It's wonderful. So she really liked that one. So we thought, okay, let's go with that one. And she wanted to do a drum. And I never designed a drum, so I thought, sounds good. And Nicola really wanted to feature one of her beautiful fabrics called Ice Rose. And yeah, so I created this drum. So the pattern has the exact antique reproduction in it, and Nicola has stitched that on her lovely fabric, so you can see it on her channel. And the drum has most of the motifs on there, plus some little extras, and I stuck in a little number 12 as well for Nicola. So I hope she likes that. She's a bit of a big clonker, this drum, so, you know, real good to weigh something down. And that's for the top, and you can stitch it for the bottom too if you want. I wouldn't do that myself, but, you know, that's just me. I got too many things to stitch. So, yeah, this is done on 36 count Ice Rose by number 12 Stitch Co. I stitched this in overdyes. She's got kits there, some with silk, some with overdyes. She's got just the pattern. She may have some of her beautiful project bags left, I'm not sure. So if you would like that and to join in the sale, do go follow Nicola on Instagram, where all the details will be. And yes, go and find that at number 12 Stitch Co on Etsy. It was a really fun stitch. I really enjoyed it. It was such a calming sort of colour palette. Very, very soft red and kind of pink and cream. I really enjoyed it. So that's my first drum, and I'm very proud of it. So yeah, anyway, I loved that. This one's incredible. Anyway, I have seen, I'm not very good at keeping up with everything on social media, but I have seen a whole bunch of people have started it already and are joining in the sale. So that's wonderful to see, and I look forward to seeing your progress. And yes, my apologies. I promised you a good look at the antique, and I apologise I kept you waiting. So yes, there's a whopping great hole in it, but you know, we work around that. I love the sort of hodgepodge nature of it all and how it's a little bit wonky and a little bit crazy. I think it's wonderful. It has such charm. Anyway, so that will be released in stores next year sometime, but it's exclusive for Nicola right now. So if you want it, you'll have to go find it there. Now, a cup of coffee. Oh yes, and when she sent me back my models from the retreat, she very sneakily and kindly threw in a couple of her new colours, which is always nice. There's another one called Regency Gold everyone's raving about that I haven't seen yet. This one's called Bondi, which is a lovely, lovely kind of warm sand. And then this one called Limoncello. Really, that's perfect colour. She's very good at naming things, Nicola. You're very good at it. And yeah, lovely, lovely, soft, buttery yellow. So I shall add them to my growing stash of number 12 Stitch Co fabrics. You'll see soon I've been quite bad with the fabric of late. I am planning all my next year's releases and things. This year, really, I overcommitted and it's been a bit of a challenge, so I'm trying to get a little more organised. Well, not more organised, but trying to get a bit ahead, because that's always been the tricky bit. So I've been stocking up on fabrics and lovely things to try and get that, so I have some more of that to show you. So daisy chain. Now, I don't get to go to a lot of retreats, not nearly as many as I would like, but the one I get to go to besides my ones every year is the Daisy Chain Stitchery in Hunter Valley, and I get to go to that because my sister comes with me and she lives in Newcastle nearby, so I can stay with her. And a big thank you to my sister Sarah, who will not see this, but thank you to her anyway, because it's really lovely to be able to bring her, to give her a couple of days off with do some creative things. She's a stitcher too, and she very kindly does the transport and lets me stay at her place, and she's in a very tiny place and it really puts her out. So I really appreciate that. So thank you, Sarah, even though you will never see this. I hope not anyway, that would be weird. So Daisy Chain is run by the wonderful Teresa at Daisy Chain Stitchery. Do go check her out. Who's just, and her wonderful family, and they put on a wonderful, wonderful retreat. It's really well organised but relaxed at the same time, and as someone who's also been putting on retreats, that is quite the achievement, let me tell you. It's an absolute pleasure to go. And yes, so I had my shop there, and I also did the retreat design, which was in here, called the Dove and Daisy Needlebook. And this is it here. This is on some of Teresa's beautiful fabric. She dyes fabric under Whoopsie Daisy Designs. This is her wonderful French rose, which I just adore. So we were doing a little lesson on eyelets, so we did that, and that's the middle. There's a little pocket in there too. So that was really fun. I got to do some classes and show everybody's just a really easy way that I finish these little needle books. Me being me with my weird brain, I'm not very good with too many measurements, like quilting patterns and stuff. I find it intimidating and it does my head in. So I showed them a little simple way that I do it that's, for me, a little bit easier for my brain. So anyway, that's really cute. By the way, this design is exclusive to Teresa. And if you go and bother her on Daisy Chain Stitchery, if you would like a copy, she may be able to do something about that if she gets enough requests. So do go ask her if you would like to see that. So that was really fun. I got to put that together, which, yeah, was super fun. And then the retreat, as always, is so lovely. There's all these familiar faces, which is so nice to see, and all these new ones as well. And it was just a delight. And thank you everybody who came up to say hi and to show me their work as well. That meant so much. Yeah, thank you. I get quite overwhelmed in these things, so I'm not sure I always say the right thing at the right time. So thank you now. And thank you also to a lot of the lovely vendors who were there as well that I got to see and spend time with. Oh, and a special thank you to the lovely Anna, who always gives me a present. Look what she did. She was at my retreat in winter where we were doing the pinwheels, and she was very excited that she's obsessed with the pinwheels now, and she made me this. Look. Thank you, Anna. It's got pins in the side and everything. It's beautiful. And it's got Paris. Thank you, Anna. So anyway, that goes in my little treasured selection of very special things. Oh, I forgot to say, my design was, the needlebook was, because we're doing daisies because it's daisy chain, and it was based on this lovely little old brooch I found, which had some little oxblood daisies on it. So that was that. Now, I picked up some lovely things from the other vendors. Now, I barely got near Teresa's fabric because apparently the 40 count all went within like 20 minutes. And so barely got near any of it, which was fantastic. But I did manage to snag a couple of pieces for which I am grateful. I got, this lovely colour called Eggshell. Wonderful neutral, that. Really, really pretty. This one called Cinnamon. Again, lovely neutral. Pretty. So, yes, that was really exciting. I shall add them to my growing stash of Whoopsie Daisy designs. I really like being able to support local dyers and artists and everything. So that's Whoopsie Daisy Designs there. She has beautiful, beautiful fabric as well. She has her own website. I will put all the contact details below, so you'll be able to see that there. I also picked up from the wonderful Lisa, who is my collaborator in running the Stitching in the Mountains retreats from Paddock Lane Designs. She was there, and I picked up this wonderful green called Avocado. I find greens are quite tricky to find and quite tricky to, and they never seem to photograph as well as they are. But yeah, that's a really, really lovely sort of mid-green, mid-grassy green called Avocado. Love it. So that was that. I told you I had more linen. What else did I get at? Oh, I got project bags because I have projects coming. This is from the wonderful Taryn from Teaser Handmaids. Again, I will put She is on Facebook and Instagram, and she does finishing as well. And I haven't come across many people in Australia who do finishing. So if you want a professional finisher, yes, check out Taryn. I will put her details in the description box below. And I was lucky enough to snag one of these giant project bags with some lovely Blackbirds fabric. So that was really nice. I really like that sort of brown and pink. It's a good combo. So that's for a big project. And then for a smaller project, again, there was virtually none left by the time I got there. But this is from the wonderful Tessa. I've shown some of her project bags before, and she's got her shop up ready and going, called Willowbrook Threads and Fibres. And this is the wonderful, I got myself a Christmas project bag, because I don't have a Christmas one. So this is a Christmas project bag. And I bought one for my sister as well. I can't remember what was on it. I think it was dogs. Because my sister has this very cute but very yappy little miniature dachshund called Arthur, who is unbelievably cute, but he's very yappy. And I'm not used to it. And it's like, Arthur, please, just, can we take it down? Can we take it down? Anyway, she's also got a gorgeous cat, so I got some cat cuddles. And even better, I got time with my nieces and nephew too, which was great. Anyway, Tessa, project bags, they're really good. She also makes beautiful thread drops and little bee sort of scissor things and all sorts of lovely things. She's great, and she's very, very nice too. So go check out Tessa. So I'm stocking up on project bags, and you would think that would be enough, but no, I came across this one on Etsy and I just couldn't let it go, because you will see why when you see the fabric. I want to make sure I get the name right, and there isn't a business card, but I will find it and put it on the description. It's Little Pride and Prejudice. This is from Simply Narelle on Etsy, who's also in Australia. Beautiful, beautifully made project bag. So not that I really need any more at this point, but I kind of couldn't go past it. Anyway, because we also got a project bag in Teresa's fabulous retreat kit with all the things, which was, amazing. So I'm quite well off for project bags at this point, although that never seems to stop me when you find a pretty one, but, you know, what can you do? Something else gift-wise I received recently I must show you. One of my marketplace releases, Over the Stream by the Mill, that was just based on this little antique. Well, my dear friend Heather decided to stitch it. Super tiny. Super, super tiny. It's over one. I think she said it was it 56? I can't remember what count it is. Sorry, Heather. You'll have to tell me. Leave a comment below. But it's super tiny. And it's just about exactly the same size as the original. And then she gifted it to me, which was very, very sweet. So I think I'm going to make it up into a little pin cushion, I think, because it's just darling. And I love it. Thank you, Heather. So, yes, people are too kind. Now, what else have I got to show you? What else have I got to talk about? Oh, I have a little bit of haul. I don't normally have haul, but like I said, I'm planning next year. The lovely Tam from the Stitches Merchant was at Daisy Chain, and we were having a good chat. And she was telling me about some of the fabric that she had in recently, and I went and on her recommendation. Got some and I adore them. So I thought I'd better show you. This is a colour she recommended by Fibre on a Whim called Wheat, which would be great for antique repros. It's similar to Doubloon by Picture This Plus. It's a darker sort of honey colour, more than I expected, but I really like it. So it's that one. But I think what I like even better, and I've already started something on it, so I can't show you that, is this other Fibre on a Whim colour called Milk and Honey. And it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful in terms of a neutral. Absolutely love it. I got that in 40 count and I think 32 as well. Where is that? I splurged on some 40 count, so because I missed stitching on it. But that's it in 32 as well, so it's quite similar. I haven't stitched on Fibre on a Whim before, so it's really nice to give that a go. Like I said, there's so many design dyers and things you want to keep up with, but it's nice to try some new ones. I also snagged a little bit of Weeks Dye Work linen, which is one of my favourite colours for neutrals. It's beautiful. And these ones, a lot of these American ones are quite hard to get here, so it was really, really nice to have the opportunity to get that. Well, this is another Fibre on a Whim one I got called Cafe au Lait, which looks a little bit like Weeks Mocha, if you have that for a reference. But I think a little bit paler. I've only ever seen one piece of Mocha, so I'm not sure, but it looks a little bit paler to me. So that was nice. And Tam generously threw in a little piece as well of French lingerie called Pioneer Spirit. It's wonderful little minty colour, which I'm going to have a go with, which looks beautiful as well. So that was my haul. It's very beautifully packaged from Tam as well. Oh, it's like a little postcard and things, so that was nice. And then because fabric never seems to be enough, I also had to grab a little from Kerry Lynn at A Stitch in Time, who's one of my very favourite suppliers. I got some legacy linen in Wild Honey and Russian Tea Cake, which are two of my favourites. And she had some R&R reproductions, which is very hard to get here. So I got a little piece of creme brulee as well, which was lovely. And because I've had my eye on it for ages and my birthday is coming up, I bought myself this wonderful book, A Fine Tradition, The Embroidery of Margaret Light. And I've been looking at this for a really, really long time because just incredible. Let me show you some pictures. I'm sure you've probably seen this before. It came out, I think, a couple of years ago. And just a lot of crewel work embroidery and things. And I always like to learn new techniques and new finishes and things. So it's wonderful to be able to have access to these incredible things. Look at this. Look at that. It's amazing. So when I get a free moment, whenever that may be, I will be having a very good peruse of that and see some of this incredible work. So, I just want to do all of it. Anyway, really, really beautiful book if you get the chance. And if you're an embroidery fan like me. Now, I'm currently working on designs for my retreat coming up. So I have retreat designs to do for that. And I have at this stage 2 new releases coming out for that one. One of them will be my exclusive birthday release, which is a little bit different this year because I gave you a really big one last year, so we're doing something a little more modest this time. And I also have another new release that I'm really excited about, which is the second in a series, and I've had lots of people, I got the hiccups now, I'm so nervous thinking about it. I've had lots of people ask me when the second one was coming out, so there is a second in a popular series coming out, which I'm very excited about. I'm madly stitching away at the moment. That will be released first at the retreat and will be released soon after to shops as well. So keep an eye out for that. I might start doing some sneak peeks on social media as well. And yes, projects coming out. Exciting things happening. Oh, exciting thing happening. January next year, wonderful Lisa from Paddock Lane Designs is putting on a celebration of Australian designers. It is going to be, I believe, the Australia Day weekend, so 26th, 27th, 28th, something like that. We're a whole bunch of Australian designers. We're going to have online classes. There's going to be exclusive designs, all sorts of wonderful things. Go follow Lisa on Paddock Lane Designs. She will be having lots of details there. And I will pop in and give you more details for that as well. And that's for everybody all over the world. We're staggering it so you guys can come too and see all the wonderful designers we have there. I will be having a design or two for that. So better get started on those. Yeah, and it's just going to be a wonderful celebration of Australian designers, which is really exciting. So looking forward to that. So yes, mark that time. What else is happening? I think nothing, which is really good because it's been a very busy. I kind of need some downtime to work on designs and things. Being a people pleaser, it's very hard to say no. And I think I've learned my lesson this year. I have to kind of pare back a little bit. But it's been such a pleasure to work with all these wonderful people. And I love seeing, supporting other businesses and things as well. Because we're a wonderful community. And it's anyway, it's a pleasure. I'll get everything done somehow. And have more new things to show you soon. I hope that made sense. This is not something that comes naturally to me. I do my best. But yeah, it's always nice just to hang out. I will have a longer video coming after my retreat when a lot of the time pressures are taken off and I can sit and have a real chat, and because I have some antiques I think I'd like to show you. There's things I may not be able to reproduce, but so I can show you them. Yeah, that would be fun to just sit and have a nice chat without having to rush. So I must rush now because I have about 600 million things to do. No exaggeration. Definitely that many. Feels like that many. Things to do to get ready for the retreat, which is very exciting and I just love it. So I must go do that. And we will catch up again very soon. Thank you so much for your time. Wishing you much happy stitching and much calm in these stressful times. We'll talk soon. Bye.